Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is Mark, and I live in the village of Vicksburg. Uh, First of all, let me say a couple of things. Is that, I could always be wrong about the camera in a tree. So, what I'd like to ask is that if somebody with the absolute best camera that's available could come and take pictures of this thing, then we could post them on the web and people could comment on what it is. Because, see, it looks a lot like the silhouette of the cameras that we bought as a village to give to the cops to put surveillance on the blighted buildings and stuff so that people wouldn't burn them down. So this is the way that it works in Vicksburg. Instead of using it for that, they tried to get something to smear me with because I should dare try to hold them accountable for their actions over the last several years. Anyway, I digress. So what I want to know is, Bill and Eric, is this one of the cameras that we bought for the surveillance on the mill or on what used to be the Long Branch Saloon, supposedly, so that we could keep them from being burnt down or from being vandalized? Okay, so and then I've got a bunch of other questions about this camera, and just the way that the village in general really sort of works. Because see, I've gotten just okay. Anyway, I'll ask this question. So Bill, did you know that camera was going to be put there? And if you didn't know, do you then realize how sleazy these people are? And because see, I really worried that maybe I would do something wrong by putting this on YouTube. But then I thought about it and think, you know what? See, what these people have done to me, and just, I mean, hundreds, thousands, maybe tens of thousands of other people over the years, is that they didn't care if they posted something that was inaccurate. They didn't care if they put something on TV or in the newspaper that was inaccurate, and I mean, they just aren't ever held to account. And see, one of the things that I want to know, that if we get the legal protection and the things about fairness and access to the courts and stuff, why isn't there some way? Because in this village, and I know that in the 3.5 years that I've been on the council, there had to have been an instance, but the prosecutor and the judges, why isn't there something when there was proof that the cops misled the judge, or when they didn't follow protocol, or when they just blatantly violated somebody's constitutional rights? Why wasn't there ever a report given to the village council? Because see, we have oversight of them. They are our employees. And if there's really an accurate system to evaluate these guys and to make sure that they're actually upholding the law and serving and protecting, that's one of the simple things that should be done, so that the council knows. Because otherwise, it just really looks like the lawyers and the prosecutors and the judges really don't care about an individual's rights, that they would just as soon, rub elbows with a nod and a wink, and it doesn't really care about the individual or their rights. Because see, I couldn't find anybody that would in any way investigate with my claims, and I just really believe that in 3.5 years, one of our cops lied on a stand. In the time that these people, but we never ever got a report from anybody sort of holding those people account the same way that they hold people to account what they say about, well, this person should be in jail or this person should pay that fine. Can someone please explain to me why that doesn't happen to the police? But it's not just Vicksburg. I mean, it happens all over the place. That would really be a simple fix, don't you think? Okay, anyway, so I get off, because see, this is the way that I look at it, is this can happen anywhere in America. The bullies, the boards, the people that are supposed to oversee them, if there's no really accurate way to track them, to evaluate them, to give them performance evaluations, then it seems like what we actually do for the cops is just a whitewash. So anyway, because I believe that what happens here in Vicksburg could happen anywhere. So because there's no oversight from the council, the police just absolutely lie, and they get away with railroads, with trampling on people's rights. And that's why I believe that it's absolutely pertinent that we stop this stuff. Because it seems to me that in the system that we have, the bullies get to write the reports. The bullies get to choose who gets prosecuted. The bullies get to choose who gets a camera in front of their house. And for the last several years, I've been trying to figure out what happens. How do these entrenched powers really get there? And see, it's because they just don't care about the will of the people. They don't care for our civil rights. And lawyers have just, as bad as it sounds, is the thing that we need more than anything else is lawyers. Because if I had lawyers, when I was trying to investigate, when I was trying to get to figure out what happened with Skip and the police, how come he wasn't held to the same account and when he bought these houses, and how come when they built the stadium, how come they didn't have to have an environmental impacts study? How come they didn't have to have a building permit to dig up the swamp and to move the creek? How come there wasn't anybody that had oversight of those things? But they do this. They have oversight over you and I, and that's when I really realized how truly corrupt this village of Vicksburg was. That there was nobody that stands up for you and me, that we the people, but the cops are just, we the people are targets for the cops, and the people that, yeah. Anyway, I've been over this, so thank you very much, and let's see if someone can help me. My website on Facebook, and we're trying to get it generated. You can get a hold of me as Spreading Fairness. Send me a message, and if you've got a camera, if you've got a way, because all my stuff is really old. I can take pictures, but then I've got to go get them developed, or my cameras don't talk to my iPad. So thanks, Apple. Have a good day.